everywhere. Appreciate everybody that came through. We're going to quickly react to the fight overall. Tank Davis and Lamont Roach go to a majority draw. Not a unanimous draw. It was a majority draw, which is Tank Davis wins on one scorecard, and it was a draw tied down the middle on the other two scorecards. So 2 out of the 3 referees give it to a draw. One referee gives it to Tank. A lot of people in my chat were, like I said, a lot of times when it's, a almost mythicized character or fighter, if you even see them get punched or lose a round, everybody's just like, "Oh my God, he's gonna lose," and that's kind of what I was getting as a vibe from my chat when Tank wasn't just like kind of like steamrolling and bullying. They were like, "Oh my God, Tank is losing," and I'm like, "Guys, you're overreacting a little bit." But then a couple of those rounds, it was, even as a Tank, I was supporting Tank. Even as I was trying to fight that off and like, guys, y'all are kind of being a little bit too over dramatic. Y'all overthink it. Every time he gets hit, y'all just go crazy. But when Tank hits him back, y'all don't really think of it because y'all expect Tank to do that. You don't expect Tank to get hit. But then, after Tank started to turn up, we know Tank turns up after the 6th round. And he did well in the 6th round. He did well in the 7th round. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a classic Tank performance. He takes the first 4 or 5 rounds off, then he turns it up, and he knocks you out late. And then we get to round 9, and round 10, and round 11. And Lamont Roach is still there.
Team of the punch.
And Tank takes a knee in round 9. Very strange. Very fucking strange. I can actually show it on the screen. Tank Davis takes a knee mid-fight. This was not counted as a knockdown. He takes a knee at this moment. And then 2 or 3 times in the fight, Tank is walking over to his corner, just complete lapses in judgment, fight IQ, or just overall issue, where he's like trying to get the corner to wipe his face. But he's trying to like do it in a sneaky way where he can like kind of sneak off to the corner and like, he's like, you're not allowed to do that. There were multiple times where the ref could have took a point, and like Lamont Roach said in the post-fight, if you take a point for the knee, if you take a point for him, getting coaching when he's not supposed to get coaching, if you take a point for any of those infractions that Tank did as a Tank fan, fairly, objectively did do, Roach does win the fight. Sadly to say it, Roach won flat out. That's what the chat is saying. Hey, if anyone thinks that, like, this is not even a fight where you could be mad at anybody thinking either way. If somebody says it was close, but I think Tank won by like 1 or 2 rounds, I can't be mad at that. If somebody says that should have been a draw, I can't be mad at that. If somebody says that Roach clearly won it, honestly, I can't be mad at that because the hardest thing to judge is, like I said, Tank takes a while to get started. And those first 4 to 5 rounds, there was nothing happening. The first 4 to 5 rounds, they weren't doing nothing. It's hard to score. Can't really score rounds 1 to 5. I'm reading the chat, by the way. Can't really score rounds first 1 to 5. Only threw 20 punches in 5 rounds. I think that's what I said. Neither one of them threw double-digit rounds. Double-digit punches per round. Landed anything significant. But I will say probably this is another thing that's shocking. This is probably the first time ever the biggest moment and probably the biggest impactful punch of the fight was landed by Lamont Roach. He did wobble Tank. He caught him off guard and he wobbled him. Hey man, I thought that they were still going to give Tank the decision. I thought that the fact that Roach, like I said, Nano 56889. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, brother. Like I was saying on the stream, I was a little bit disappointed in Frank, or not Frank. I keep saying Frank Roach or Frank Martin. I keep getting them confused. Lamont Roach. I was disappointed in him in those first 5 rounds because I said the only way to really beat Tank, because Tank turns it up so crazy after the 6th, 7th round, and he's going to start hurting you and he's going to start walking you down. The only way to counteract that is you have to get active and you have to gain his respect in those first 4 to 5 rounds. And Roach didn't do that and still stayed in the fight. Tank didn't dominate the second half. He didn't. It was competitive. All those rounds when Tank usually turns it up, and then it's just the first 4 is debatable, and then Tank just completely dominates and walks you down. Roach was able to counteract that. Tank tried to bully him. It didn't work. It really didn't work. Let me pull up those scorecards. Let me pull up the scorecards, the official scorecards. Let's see if we can find this. Let's see if we can find the scorecards. Yeah, that knee, man. That knee was not very wise, man. So it was 115, 113 for Gervonta on one card. 114, 114 2 times. I need to find the official cards so I can see who scored each round. Where can you find the official cards? What's the website? You think Tank rolled his ankle? Yeah, it was 115, 113 on one card. I'm just trying to pull up the round by round scoring because I want to see how the refs, or not the refs, I want to see how the judges I want to see how the judges scored those first 5 because, like I said, those are the ones that are a toss-up. The middle rounds were very back and forth. The middle rounds are probably Tank's best moments in the middle rounds, but then Roach turned it back up late. Like I probably say 7, 8, 9. Tank was, or 7 or 6, 7, and 8. Tank was kind of turning it on, making it look like it was going to be a vintage Tank performance. But then after the 9, 10, 11, 12, it was like, damn, Roach is like, this is back and forth. Bro, I can't find the scorecards. Hold on. Can somebody link me the scorecards? Who has the scorecards? The unofficial scorecard on the stream had him up pretty much the whole fight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find these scorecards. Because in my opinion, the first 5 are the hardest to judge. I'd probably say 6, 7, 8 were probably Tank's best rounds. And then after the 9th, Lamont Roach made it very competitive again. If Tank went up to Garcia weight at 140, would Tank win then? I don't think Garcia is as skilled as people think, but I think that a lot of people at 140 may be able to give Tank a lot better fight. But we also have to think about this. Tank is coming up. Like, Tank is undersized. Honestly. Like, it's the same way, like, everybody talks about, like, Lomachenko. Like, oh, Lomachenko could beat this guy, Lomachenko. But, like, in reality, Lomachenko should have been sized out a long time ago. Like, he's undersized. The same as Tank. Hold on. Let me put the chat on the screen because I just read maybe the goofiest thing I've ever. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen. Did you just say Tank Davis is a weight bully? Huh? Do you understand what weight bully means? Weight bully means that you're too big and you cut down so much and then pump back up before the fight. How can you be a weight bully if you're undersized? Dehydration clause? A dehydration clause is in there to stop people from weight bullying. How do you not understand that? If you hate weight bullies, you should love rehydration clauses. That's exactly what they're made to stop. That's a crazy thing to say, bro. I'm not going to lie. That's a crazy thing to say, brother. Man. Congratulations to Roach, though. I'm wondering if they'll. It talks like they definitely want to do a rematch. Tank was talking about. Tank was distracted. Like he kept. Those are the type of things that he gets away with in the fights when he just knocks people out. But he does have some lapses in focus sometimes, like when he's looking over into the crowd, trying to get his coach to wipe his face. When he's looking over, talking to the ref, and he gets hit. Like, you can't have those. When you're fighting guys that are on your level or near your level, you can't, bro. You can't. You can't do that, bro. It's always Tank fighting at his own weight, never no one else's. What? How are you faulting someone for fighting at your own weight? Brother, that is such an ass backwards way to think about it. Someone in the chat said it's always Tank fighting at his own weight, never no one else's. Do you understand how ass backwards that is? If you don't like weight bullying, you should be mad at the person that is bigger trying to go down and fight the smaller people. If you're too big, then just say that. Okay? Like, okay, if you think Ryan Garcia was too big to fight at 135 and Tank sucked him down, sucked him down to 135, and it's unfair because Tank, brother, you should be mad at Garcia. If you can't make the weight, then don't fucking try to fight at it. How are you mad at the person that's fighting at their real weight and not the person that's trying to beat up on a smaller person? Manipulate the weight. Like that, bro, like, I think you just got that backwards, bro. I think you just might not like Tank. Sucked him down, no diddy. See, you baited me into that, bro. You baited me into saying, I think you just wanted me to say sucked him down, so you just baited me into that. Good job, bro. Yes, the fight just ended. The fight just ended, and it was a draw. I'm trying to find the scorecards, but I ain't been able to find them yet. Yeah, man. Tank Davis is now 30-0-1. Gets away scot-free with no losses yet, but was it a fair call? Honestly, yeah, man. Honestly, if I had to call it, I think that I had Tank ahead maybe a round or two, but I really have to rewatch it. And there was multiple fouls and multiple infractions that Tank did that should have lost him a point. You can't take a knee in a fight. You can't. If you take a knee, that's a knockdown. If you try to get coaching and go into your corner when you're not allowed to, that's a stiff warning or a point. You can't do that, bro. Like, Tank, like, he can bend and, he can bend the rules and, like, fuck with the crowd and do whatever he wants and then just knock you out. But when it's a fight that goes to the cards, bro, you can't be doing shit like that because that's going to hurt you in rounds that you might have been competitive in. Doing those little dumb infractions and getting a point taken will completely cancel that out. The first 1 to 5 rounds, they didn't do shit. Those are the hardest to judge. If Roach would have been more active in the first 5 rounds, he would have won the fight, clearly to me. If there was definitive rounds in the first 5 that Roach was, because it's right there for you to take it. Tank doesn't do nothing in the first 4 or 5 rounds. It's right there for you to take it. if Roach, but honestly, if he would have been more aggressive, that opens him up to get knocked out. But if Roach would have definitively took more of those first 5 rounds, he would have won the decision, because the second half of the fight, he held strong, but he didn't do enough early to jump out and get a lead, because that's what you can really do. That's why I said the best way to beat Tank is if you can avoid getting knocked out late. You just have to jump out on him early and get a couple. It's funny. This is the exact same breakdown that I had up at the Super Bowl. I said, hey, the Chiefs, if you let them hang around late, they're going to come back. You got to jump out on them early, and that's what my Eagles did, bro. You got to jump out on Tank early. You got to bank rounds, because he does not do anything the first 4 or 5 rounds every time. And if he's not able to knock you out in the late rounds, you can steal a decision from him. You really can. And that's what Roach probably could have done today, and probably should have, especially with the Tank taking a knee in the 9th round and a lot of those antics that he did in those later rounds, because Tank is used to chilling those first 4 rounds, turning it up in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and then you're out of there. When we got to the 9th, 10th, 11th round and Roach was still there, Tank was getting frustrated. And he had a lot of mental lapses in judgment, and that is just not something wise that you see in a fighter of his caliber. When they start to fight people that are on their same level, you can't have those type of mental, lapses, because you're not going to be able to just knock everybody out. And when it goes to the scorecard, those mental lapses in judgment are going to lose you decisions. And that's what got you a draw tonight, and could have lost you this damn fight, and could have got you your first L of your career. What's up, B-Boy Crust Dog? What's up, Nathan? Losing his love for the game. Yeah, he said he was retiring, but I do think that the fact that he wasn't able to knock him out, and the fact that it was close, will give him a, motivation to come back. I think this does give him more motivation. If he would have just knocked him out, then Tank would have just taken the, hey, none of these people on my level. But the fact that he did have a competitive fight, the fact that he did get booed by the crowd, I think this was a big moment. This right here.
The shit was like...
I think this was a big moment. Tank has never really... Tank has always been the fan favorite. I think this might be motivation to see him not walk away from the game.
Like when you sweat my face down, why y'all booing like I'm...
He's never been booed. Look, he's never experienced this. He's never been the villain. Ha ha ha. Is that what is this? If this ain't the scorecards, you're going to piss me off. I've been trying to find these damn scorecards for 20 minutes and y'all ain't sent me a link, but you're going to send me some tweet. This better not be no bullshit. I'm going to end the stream if it is. Fraud checked Gervonta. Okay, bro. See, y'all just go too far. All right, bro. That's going to be my breakdown of the fights. I'm going to find these scorecards, and we're going to chat about it. I'm going to put this up on YouTube. I'm going to need y'all to drop a comment. Tell me what y'all thought. Tell me what your card was. I know a lot of people are just going to be completely like, it was robbed. Tank lost. Roach was robbed, just because y'all love to see the, A side get torn down a little bit. But let's be real, honest, unbiased. What was y'all's real scorecard? Drop a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. We do this for all the cards. We'll be back next week for the UFC card, so make sure y'all are there. But yeah, I'm going to put this up on YouTube. This is my quick reaction. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought. I'm going to go find these scorecards, and I'm going to come debate with y'all. So drop a comment and let me know what y'all thought the scores was. Appreciate all the people that came through the stream. We'll be back next week. Thank y'all. Much love. Tank. You can't be doing this to me, brother. I got the shirt on, man. Oh! Almost fell out my chair. That's how I know it's time.